I found this very difficult to evaluate in a strange sort of way, because it was a really enjoyable speech, as usual with Leonie. I mean, everyone, I looked around, everyone's looking intently at Leonie herself with all the movements, which I'll come to in a minute, and then later on with the slides and so on. But I'll comment later on. I'll ask the question, what's the best topic for a motivational speech? And that'll be my issue for points of improvement. So the great thing about it, as with Leonie, she follows the rules straight up. She says, I'm going to motivate you about this issue of, is it possible to have a church wedding? Share with my son's, enjoyment and so on and so forth. So I knew straight up, if someone's up here to motivate you, I need to know what they're trying to make me do. And Leonie did that very, very early on in the speech. And she used descriptive things about having a wedding 5,000 miles away and so on and so forth, kilometres away, which was great. One of the things that's being asked for in the evaluation is, did she create a mutual understanding of the issue that she was trying to motivate us with? I think that's where the strength of this is. Yes, it is difficult to do what Leonie described in her speech today. And how did she convey that to us? They asked the questions, was she positive? Yes, she was positive. She was enjoying every second of that speech. And she described the wedding, which she obviously enjoyed. Was she enthusiastic? Yes, always. Gestures, in case you missed about 200 gestures in there, one I hadn't seen before. He was crying. This was crying. You see the tears pouring out of her eyes, and also, and the usual thing, the heart. Automatically, when something poignant comes in, she puts her hand on her heart. I think possibly unknowingly, and that just adds so much visual enjoyment to watch her deliver the speech. Not just what she's saying, but how she's saying it. And of course the wedding photos, again, topped it off nicely, like icing on the cake, if you like. At the end of the day, at the end of the speech, to then see what she was describing was tremendous. But for points for improvement, did the speaker persuade the audience to act? Now, I would make a point for improvement here, that at the beginning of the speech, she implored us to do something. And then very, very precisely at the end of the speech, a very short, strong conclusion about, is it possible? Do you think it's possible to have a church wedding away from home? And she finished with words like, it was a success because of the flexibility, the commitment, communication and so on. That's good. But through the body of the speech, she never really talked to us, imploring us to do anything. It was describing the event. And I think we were meant to sort of look at that and be inspired by it. And maybe it's a personal thing, but I would have liked in the body of the speech somewhere to throw to us and say, now what do you think that's possible? I want you to do something. That was only at the beginning and only at the end. So apart from that, that's the only point for improvement that I can offer.
Yeah.